Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To throw, it's Burrow. Lost one deep down the right side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. Could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They'll run it from the gun. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Burrow. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play-action fake. A strike downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw, it's Burrow. Lets it fly. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Newton. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Chase. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Jones. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Chase. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? From the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw. It's Newton. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Burrow. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll send the back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Newton. Going to try to get it himself. Lowers those pads. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
With the run on first and goal. And they're in for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Burrow. Bringing the heat. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Westbrook. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Newton. Fires to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Pulls it in. It's Franklin. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Burrow. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open, and it'll be a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Got it in the middle. It's Westbrook. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
On to attempt the try. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Burrow. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab, it's Franklin. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Looking to throw again. Fires complete on the crosser. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
Oh, better look out! Turning it on! And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.